Hi, storytellers. It is 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I am jumping on. Oh, it's my 50th broadcast. How fun is that? There should be some celebration and stuff in here. I am coming into the Soulful Storyteller Monday through Friday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time to answer questions that I see, just give you a little bit more understanding of how the storytelling, hi, whoever just jumped on, the storytelling journey operates and the publishing game happens. So just now in a group that I'm in, I actually saw a question about how people can find their voice in their writing and the difference between blogging and essay writing. And so I wanted to address that quick and talk about Storyteller of the Week and give you an update on the Mastermind program. So let's do Storyteller of the Week first. So every Friday, I pick a storyteller here to just sort of highlights. You have, hi Debbie, you have opportunities to do whatever you want in here. So if you're looking for feedback on essays you're creating or chapter outlines, if you're a storytelling coach and you want to run an intensive in here or something last minute, you're more than welcome. So if you're interested, what I do is just draw whoever adds their name to a post. I just put him and literally pull them in a bowl and pick them out. So if you're interested in being selected for Storyteller of the Week, you can comment on this video and we'll just use this. And then I will announce it tomorrow at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time on my last live for the week. So so far we've had a book coach and we had Janice was last week, and she is a storyteller who does a lot with healthcare. So if that's something you're interested in, comments. Okay, and then the update for the mastermind. The Soulful Storyteller Mastermind is it's a rolling month-to-month mastermind that I have. It starts tomorrow, actually. Our very first group call is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I wanted to create something that gave me an opportunity to meet people on their road where they are. And so this is what I've come up with. It is a month-to-month mastermind. We have one group call, which is the third Friday of the month at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You get to post either 3 pieces, 800 words or less, or a chapter of up to 2,400 words each month for me to edit. So it's really designed to give you access to me and my writing intuitive and editing abilities without us doing the intense one-on-one work. So if that's something you're interested in, today's the last day to enroll for October to November. It's the 21st through the 20th of every month. If you can't do it this month and it's something that you really are looking forward, something you're really wanting to create for yourself, then I definitely think of joining for November. But today's the last month or the last day to enroll. So if that's something you really want, please private message me or tag me on this thread, and we'll get that arranged to add you into the private Facebook group and get you going for our call tomorrow. So that's how it works. After my live yesterday, I talked about the energy of storytelling. A couple of things really sort of clicked for me. One of them being that in order to write books for 2017, recreating my days and again operating a little bit differently. So the mastermind will be the only group program I'll offer the rest of 2016, and I'm going to stay committed to that being the only group program I offer throughout 2017. I really feel it's time to finish these 2 books. And so the books that I'm writing are, it's a series of 3. I have 1 done already. It's on my burnout journey. This next book is on my journey back to happiness. And the 3rd one is on my journey to love. And for those of you who don't know, I've gone through some fertility stuff this year. And so as a personal essayist, I write about all that jazz. And so why not turn it into a book? So the last 2 installments of this 3-part series is the happiness and the love part. And I know it's time to write those. So that means less group programs, more devotion to my online courses, Storytelling Your Way to Success, and Journal to Happy, growing my mastermind group, and then taking on a handful of soul clients as one-on-one each quarter. So it really got clear for me today, which I really appreciate, and I'm really interested in those of you who are focused on writing and moving forward in your own stories, the dedication that you're creating to those stories, and the amount of energy and the amount of space you have to create in your life to get those stories out there. Stay dedicated to it, because it's not, getting published is not something that comes easily. It's not something that actually comes lightly. It's a great honor to get published, and it's something that we have to stay dedicated to. So let me know how I can help you there. So earlier, I was playing in one of the groups I'm in, and we were talking about blogs, actually, and she asked to see a blog. I posted something I wrote today, and she asked me about her writing voice and how you find your voice. So I thought that was really intriguing. I love talking about writing voice, because there's a big difference between your voice when you blog versus your voice when you are writing a personal essay. And that is really easy for me to pinpoint when reading a blog and the writer uses the word you a lot, as if he or she is instructing the reader in a way, versus painting a picture for the reader to experience. So more than your voice, what's more important is how you use your voice in both blogging or essay writing. So some quick tips on helping you find your voice when it comes to your writing is to, this is the best tip my editor at Redbook gave me once. Pretend your reader is your best friend, and she or he sees through all the surface stuff, and you're able to communicate effectively, vulnerably, immediately. And so there's none of this upfront sort of first date conversation. It's never surface. Writing is soulful, it's deep, it's the effective writing at least is. And so to find your voice, pretend you're writing to your best friend. Some other tips I can give you: avoid using Urban Dictionary language. If it's not well known, it may not come across right. Sarcasm doesn't come across very well in written form. And so those things can really help you get clear on your voice and how to strengthen your voice. So if you have any questions on that, I'd love to hear that. Tips that I give my clients a lot when it comes to storytelling is to be as open as possible, but as concise as possible. So short sentences are your friends. When you're writing blogs and essays, remember that it's 500 to 800 words really is key, because we're in a scrolling society. So we tend to go in and grab whatever it is that we know we can connect with, and then we're out. So short sentences, 500 to 700 words, and visual. Get create as pretty of a picture as you can with your words. So if you have any questions on how, so for me, how I find my voice, actually, I've been doing this for 20 years. So finding my voice as a personal essayist took some time. It continues to evolve as I grow more comfortable being vulnerable, the stories I write, I think, get better. And so I'm consistently stretching. Hey, Maria. No, you didn't misunderstand. That's actually, when you're writing essays, it should be first person directive. So you are writing from your perspective using the word I. When we move out of that and we start talking to the reader, it comes across sometimes as much more aggressive. It's your teacher versus student. Even though your reader is looking to learn from you, it's best if it's kept more personal. So I know everything that you just sent me from your journaling exercises. I don't think you use the word you in it, but that would be something that I would correct you in. We're going to use the word I for that. So, and that's actually one of the very first things I do when I work with people is make sure that they are talking their perspective versus a broader perspective. The reader really wants to know why you are the expert in whatever it is you're writing about. And that happens with the word I. When we're writing listicles, which are the bullet pointed list items, sometimes we'll move into, at that point, we can move into the word you if it's more instructive. But for narrative, definitely you want to stay with the word I. So I found my writing voice little by little by getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. So that idea of stretching yourself, doing things that are outside your box. Actually, just the other day, I was talking to my soul sister, Elizabeth, who is a member in here. I was talking to Elizabeth, and she's talking about things that she's doing to get outside the comfort zone. And I kind of laughed, and I was like, I don't even know where, I think I'm so far past comfort zone that I'm in like a no zone comfort zone thing. And as a writer, I think that's sort of the safest space to be, because it gives me opportunity to write with no regrets and no hesitations. And that's the best place for me to be as a personal essayist. So I find my voice by finding comfort, by stretching myself, by getting uncomfortable in as many areas in life as I can. So I do new things, like doing these lives every day, Monday through Friday, and hoping that I'm providing some value for you guys. If I took you on a tour of my little casa over here, there's like random, really bad art on my walls because I created it and I was in a creation space. I've done that. Just learning new things and stretching, that helps me with my writing too. And then Debbie, using the word you and blogging. I'm such a personal essayist that even when I blog, I'm using videos now when I blog. If I create an e-blast, I put the e-blast up on my blog. I'm not the best person to talk to about blogging, hi Letty, because I'm so focused on personal essay writing. I'm sure there are a number of people in here who do blog. So I'm going to stick to my rule and really kind of move into that space of first person directive. And if I were you, try it. See what it feels like. First person directive. How are you, Letty? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're writing. I'd love to know what you're writing. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. Finding your voice in writing really comes down to extending, getting outside your comfort zone and playing with new things and trying new things. And the idea that you're creating something that thousands of people could read means that you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You've got to be comfortable being vulnerable. And that's how that happens. If you're interested in being picked for being a storyteller of the week, again, it's just an opportunity for you to create something positive for yourself here in this group, network with the folks a little bit more in this group. We have that hashtag. I pin your post on Saturday and Sunday. I encourage you to do lives in here. Show what you're writing, ask questions. If you're a book coach or a storyteller coach, provide some value, but be sure that you're showing your services too. This is your group. I want you to use it. So feel free to comment here. And then the mastermind, we're wrapping it for the month. Today is the last day to enroll. It's $220 for the month. You have one live call with me tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then you get 3 pieces edited by me over the next 4 weeks. 3 pieces up to 800 words each, or a total of 2,400 words. So you guys, this was a lot of fun. I hope you all do great. Debbie, okay, writing is more what I want to do anyway. Then you should be writing. I'm glad you're writing. All right, you guys, I wish you a beautiful afternoon. Happy storytelling. I do have to jump because I am actually working with Samantha this afternoon on her story, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. Happy storytelling.